going after some bluegills on the extra ultralight again. This is the Daiwa Presso, a JDM rod with a Daiwa Presso reel and some 3-pound Daiwa fluorocarbon. We're going to be throwing a small 1/64 ounce jig head with a Trout Magnet. Love fishing this rod. Fished it only I think 2 or 3 times, so it's pretty new to me, but it feels amazing in hand. So let's hope we get into some bluegills and bring them on in. Alright, there's the lure that we are going to be going with. A lot of success with this lure and some other small soft plastics on this lake over the last several weeks. These little bluegills are a blast to catch. Just going to swing this back to us, jig it a little bit, and let's hope the action is as good as it has been over the last several trips here. Here we go. Got a little guy. Little largie. Alright, so believe it or not, I have caught smaller largemouths, but these guys are always a cute little catch. Here we go, fish on. Feels like a decent size, but everything feels decent on this thing. I think it's gonna be a bass though. It came up to the surface. Bluegills will usually swim down, so will Mayans. Won't know till we get it in though. What is it? No, it is a bluegill. Nice little bluegill. All right, first bluegill of the day. Not a big guy, but these fish feel so much bigger on this rod, I'm telling you. So another bluegill on the Trout Magnet. First one of these for the day, but they always love this little thing. So let's get this guy back. Here we go, fish on. Feels like another nice one, but everything feels nice on this thing. Let's see what that is. It's pulling a good amount of drag. Another nice bluegill. Actually, this one's even a little bit nicer. Come on in here. Nice copper nose. Alrighty, biggest bluegill of the day. Beautiful colors here on the head. Nice adult male. Exactly what we're going after. So let's get this guy back and let's get back at it. Here we go, fish on. Very next cast. Feels like another nice one. Another nice bluegill. Oh, there's a second one that followed it up. Let's pull this guy on in here. All right, another absolute beauty, biggest fish of the day, and also the best colors on this one. So once again, exactly what we're going after. You're putting up a nice fight and a lot of fun on this Daiwa Presso Extra Ultralight. You know, when I first got this orange line, I thought about tying on just a short little, either clear, well, definitely clear, but either a fluorocarbon or a mono leader. But these fish don't seem to mind the orange line one bit. I've not noticed any decrease in the amount of strikes I'm getting. So I don't know if they can't see it or they just don't care, but I'm liking it. Here we go, fish on. Little largie. Not a big one, but putting up a great fight, pulling a lot of drag. I can't gain any ground on him. I'll get him though. I can't believe how not big he is. He's not small, but he's definitely not big. And I still can't gain any ground on him. Come here. Look at this little guy. We were in a stalemate for the longest time. This guy is definitely not big. And even so, he was pulling and I could not reel this guy in. So, a lot of fun though. Let's get that guy back. Let's keep going. Fish on. Another nice bluegill. Just pull him on in here. Even this guy can pull a good amount of drag. I really love this setup. Like, this is exactly what I was looking for. I mean, ultralight fishing is great, but extra ultralight fishing is even better. I mean, this is a nice sized bluegill, but such a challenge to even get this little guy in. I did say such a challenge to get this little guy in, but he is not little at all. It is maybe the biggest bluegill of the day. He's a fatty for sure. Nice adult male copper nose. Go, fish on. Hey, right at my feet here. Don't know what it is. Still can't tell. Nice bluegill, I think, right? Yeah, another nice bluegill. Come on in here. All right, not the biggest bluegill, but another nice size one, another fatty. Another bluegill that falls prey to the Trout Magnet. So we'll get this guy back. Maybe we'll get one or two more before I gotta get going. Fishing for these guys with these little jig heads, little soft plastics, super easy. Not the easiest way to fish for them. I think the easiest way would be using some sort of a moving lure, like an inline spinner or a beetle spin. But just casting these out takes no effort. Slow retrieve, little twitches here and there just to make this lure bounce around in the water column, and these fish cannot stay away from it. There we go. Nope, there we don't go. Had a little bite there. As always on this lake, tons of little bluegill, and by little I mean too small for the Trout Magnet, which is hard to do. But still getting tons of fish from the little guys. I think there was one right there. And every once in a while you get one of the big daddies to hit. There, oh, little guy, what is this? This is what oh no, it's not a bluegill, it's a little baby Mayan. But this is about the size of those bluegills that I keep missing. All right, first non-native fish of the day, first Mayan cycle. This one is just a little baby, but these guys have bigger mouths than the bluegills. So there's a lot of bluegills this size, and you'll catch them once in a while, but more than 9 times out of 10, they'll just bite the tip of this thing and not be able to get it in their mouth. Here we go, fish on. Once again, feels like another nice one, but everything feels nice on this thing. Is that a bluegill? He's just swimming and swimming and swimming and pulling drag while he's doing it. What is that? That's not a bluegill, can't be. Oh, it is a bluegill. It's a nice bluegill, big guy. He's wrapped up in the line a little bit here. Let's pull him on up here. Nice size copper nose. Yeah, so this guy's a fatty. Biggest fish of the day, probably the longest and definitely the fattest. Really, really, really fat stomach on this guy. Nice male copper nose. We'll make a few more casts, but I think we are going to end it on this monster of a bluegill. All right, so that's gonna do it. Really nice bluegill action. Only been here about an hour. Would like to stay longer, but I gotta get going. The extra ultralight Daiwa Presso. Really, really fun way to fish for these bluegills. Got some nice ones, but a lot of them were average to above average size. And they were so fun to fish on this thing, especially with this little 3-pound fluorocarbon Daiwa Presso reel. These jig heads could get casted out a mile. Just a really, really fun way to fish and tons of action. So hope you guys liked it, and I will see you next time.